Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the motherfucking show. All right, Rory's got beer. If you missed his tweet earlier, he's been nice and lubed up for a few hours now. Said this is the best he's felt in weeks. I expect a high performance, peak performance from old Roars over there. He's got the Folgers hat on. He's got a special little jacket that we're going to talk on later. Zach looking like the production studio mastermind that you always look like, looking good. I'm back. Sorry I missed last week. I had to tend to some business, but we're back in the DMV. We're back in the DC studios, the hotel room. You cannot see my bed, hopefully, because I didn't make it. And yeah, we're trying something new this week. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on audio, probably not going to be much different. But if you're watching on YouTube, we're getting a little frisky. All right, we're going to outsort some things. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and we're going to see how it goes for a little bit. If it works out, great. We're going to continue it. And if it doesn't, hey, we tried it, right? So I'd be remiss if I did not mention the fact that I did not watch the Bristol race. I watched the highlights. I was watching on the plane here and there. The Wi-Fi in the sky worked, and then it didn't work, and then I was watching players, and then I landed, and then I had some very substantial players wagers that I was watching, and then I fell asleep, and then anyway, missed the race. Went back and watched a little bit of it here and there. Ty Gibbs is an animal. But these two guys were heavily opinionated on the race. So I might as well recap Bristol, and then we'll talk about turning left and right here in a little bit. So Roars, how do we do last week at Bristol? Gambling. Did we enjoy the race? Did we enjoy the tires? Did we enjoy the resin? What are your thoughts?
I don't mind it if we knew what the fuck was going to happen as far as a gambling aspect going in. That would have been a little bit nicer. But I got a new driver today, so I'm doing fucking awesome.
Really? Did we hit it yet?
No.
It's not going to help.
Not yet. Yeah, it is. Watch.
The 10.5 degree loft is really going to help you?
I'm going to get back down into the 10 handicap range again, like I used to be when I was a stud.
Well, we've played golf one time, and you're definitely closer to me than you are to 10, but best of luck to you, brother.
Oh, I can do it. It's no problem. It just takes a little bit of practice.
A determined kid over there. Zach, how you doing? What'd you think of Bristol, and how was the gambling day?
Gambling was probably my worst. Lost the first qualifying head-to-head matchup all year. Probably, I think it's only the second time I lost one of those since I started betting them, so that kind of sucks. The race was great, not from a gambler standpoint, but from a fan standpoint. Kind of sucks. It's like a happy accident, you know? Like, I don't know if they're really going to be able to duplicate this, so I don't know. I liked it, and it's what we've asked for. And, like, I'm kind of one of those people who you got to crack some eggs to make an omelet. So, like, when you want to get to the line, you're going to go over it sometimes. So I'm okay with the shit show every once in a while. And it wasn't even really that bad. So I liked it. I mean, it was, I thought there was a couple things we can learn and take from it. So I enjoyed the race. It was awesome.
Is it the typical like fan versus gambler dilemma that we have at a lot of these tracks, super speedways, rain races, yada yada? Because like if you knew what was going to happen, let's just say this is going to happen at Richmond or this is going to happen at Martinsville coming up. If you knew that this was going to happen, let's not say like as extreme, but this extreme tire wear, maybe not as many blown tires, but the potential for guys that run into the ground. Is that something that you would like to see going forward? Or from a gambling aspect, would you rather have the qualifying lap, as Boyer said about 15 times? I watched like half the race, maybe not even, and I heard Boyer talk about tires and the difference in racing literally 15 times.
You didn't even watch the fucking race.
Buddy, I mean, I watched a little bit of it.
Didn't watch.
Okay. Roy knows what I did. Zach, what are your thoughts? Would you like to see it again? Or are you
texting us,
done with
asking us what the fuck was going on.
I did. I was.
I'd like to see the tires last a little longer. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
40 laps is a little. It depends what track you're at too. Like Bristol, yeah, we could go like 70 laps before, 70, 75 laps before they start wearing, and it's a little short. So yeah, it needs to get longer. But like again, I'm okay with it, and I think it was such a combination that they're not like. I don't think just bringing these same tires back to Bristol is even going to result in the same race.
Now that I think they'll figure out they went way aggressive like they normally do on setups because the tires don't fucking wear. I think
Yeah.
they'll change some stuff around and get longer runs out of them.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want these tires to come back for the next
Yeah.
race, and the teams know, hey, we gotta bring it back a little bit. That's what
And
I want.
resin. Don't forget, and resin. Since
What
that
what were
fucking
you
caused
what were
it
you
too.
talking about
I'm
before we
serious.
started
I
recording?
watched
Go ahead. Tell the people.
watched a fucking YouTube video on fucking Larry Mack and god damn it, Joey Logano's old crew chief.
Paul Wolf.
Fucking
No.
no
Todd Gordon.
Todd Gordon, and they were talking about that. They were like they were talking about the differences of what was laid down last fall. It was 10 degrees warmer. Like, I don't really see where that makes a hill of beans when you're talking 60-degree weather. Now, if we were talking from 50 to 40 or 60 to 50, maybe even, I could see that. But I mean, it was during the fucking day. It was 10 degrees difference. I don't think temperature really mattered. I think the compound made a huge difference. And I'm not a fucking chemist. I'm just going off of some stuff that I have heard, that the chemicals in the resin versus the PJ1 was different, like a chemical reaction with the fucking tires.
And it obviously didn't allow for the rubber to be laid down because the rubber was all on the top groove.
And rubber was laid last fall. You can go back and look at the track. Like,
so I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it that you were not a fan of that race.
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was entertaining. Cash Chase Elliott over KFB gave that out on the pod.
Yeah. Kyle had a rough race.
Plus 100. I mean, it was all right as far as, I would like now knowing this, but that's the thing. With them, they fucking change and fuck with so much shit. We're probably never going to see this again.
Probably not. And a couple times throughout the week, I've thought about this. Remember what happened in Texas a couple years ago, and it was just the right rear after right rear after right rear. And now we go to mile and a half, and it's like almost zero tire wear. And, it depends on the surface, right? So you're probably right. We're probably not going to see this again. But literally the one Sunday that I traveled during the race, I literally schedule my work travel around the race so that I either leave after or get to my hotel room before.
You missed a good old shit show.
Dude, I'm pissed because we love shit boxes. We love shit shows. We don't love betting on shit shows, but we love watching shit shows. And that's just so entertaining. It gets the heart beating. It's like, oh my God, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. And watching some of those videos, Larson, Briscoe, Busher, guys driving through the field with, fresh tires against old tires. I mean, that is literally video game shit. And then like Josh Berry comes on the radio and he's like, this is the coolest fucking thing I've ever done. Like, when have we had that in NASCAR? We have not had that type of excitement in a long time. Yeah, we've had some crazy finishes. We've had some tight racing and, we've had some road course wild endings, but I feel like we haven't had that in a very, very long time. And I'm bummed as fuck that I missed it. That's my point.
Yeah. Well, so the race winner was in the wall at the end of stage one because Denny Hamlin was leading with like 8 laps to go on the stage, and it just died on him. And he just went all the way back, and by the time the stage,
and then the fucking bitch got lucky with a caution.
Kyle Busch started spinning, and he was up in the Hamlin was up in the wall, and that's who ended up winning the race. Like,
Roy, I do have to ask.
I'm a disgruntled Tyrone Gibbs fucking ticket holder.
Was it you
burn the tires off it?
Burn the goddamn tires off,
what did he,
son, bitch.
28th to 1st? Did I read? Is that right?
He should have wrecked fucking Ty Gillihan's bitch ass too.
Gillihan.
Fucking
Roy's
faggot.
Fired up tonight.
He is. Wow. Welcome back to the motherfucking show. Did I see that Ty Gibbs restarted like 24th, 26th, 28th and drove all the way to first in the same stage? Did that actually happen?
Yeah. I mean,
that's
all you had to do.
Crazy.
That's why I don't buy it. Was the resin was the problem, because they said, like, if you went high, if you got out of the resin, that's what killed your tires. Like, if you went high at all, you were done. So they were like, we would just see, the first 15 laps, people would be flying by us on the outside, and then 15 more laps, they'd be coming back the other way. I mean,
See, I'm all about
that's
that.
what that's the racing I grew up and fell in love with.
It's like when you're watching the late model races and the pace is backed off by 2 seconds and Josh Berry's just minding his time in third, and then there's 30 laps to go, and then he goes around and mops the field by 7 seconds. Like that's racing, right? That's pure racing, and it helps that it was on a short track. So
tires cold.
And I can't believe that the ratings were that good, because last year it went up against the players and I don't know what's going on. It's this liberal DC weather right now is messing with my allergies with the cherry blossom blooming. Anyway, the ratings, dude, they were like 10% up. Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Last year they were 10% down, or maybe it's more than that, because it went up against the players in March Madness. Well, this year it was the same exact thing. Players in March Madness, players had like 4 guys within 1 stroke towards the end. That's what I was watching. I wasn't watching NASCAR.
You got to think about a difference too. They're not on fucking dirt.
Yeah, but dirt
and they're
did
not,
well.
and they're not on Fox, Fox Sports 1. Wasn't that race race FS1?
Might have been. Maybe. I don't know. I thought Fox.
I mean, it's a good thing that the
viewership's
up. I'm just trying to, combat.
It wasn't this like one of the first races, or not the first race he missed, but like one of the first in the stretch if he missed.
I saw that from Eric Estep. He's like, all the Chase Elliott fans came back. I'm like, all right, 700,000 people didn't watch the race because Chase Elliott wasn't racing. Like, give me a break. There's just no way.
They've done a good job this season and kept the momentum going. So I think you're keeping the people that have watched Daytona and Atlanta, people are coming back.
I completely agree. Couldn't agree more. We had one snooze fest, which was Phoenix, I guess. Wasn't that good of a race.
But thank God it wasn't dirt. That's all I got.
Well, and we got the complete opposite.
If they want to race on dirt, that's fine. Just go to a dirt track. That's all I have. Like, my biggest problem with the Bristol dirt was always taking away a Bristol race. Yeah.
Which turned out to be
I don't want to see cup cars on dirt. I want to watch dirt. I'll fucking turn on Flow, turn on fucking whatever, watch sprint cars, late models. That's what I want to watch, dirt. Fucking cars designed to run on goddamn dirt. Like, don't fuck up a damn weekend by running it on fucking dirt, especially at Bristol.
Okay, boomer.
Ain't no fucking boomer. I ain't 40 yet, bitch. That's next Monday.
Oh, man.
Your 40th birthday is on Monday?
Yeah.
And you act like this? I'm just kidding.
Damn right. I'll probably be acting like this when I'm fucking 80.
I would love nothing more than for you to be 80 years old acting like this. All right. Well, we're 14 minutes in, and I haven't told you to shut the fuck up yet. So this is good. We had a good start. I applaud you. Golf clap for the players. And,
one person that voted under has done a very good job.
They might be sharp. Who knows?
Actually.
Yeah.
No, dirt's cool, man. Dirt's fine. Just the infrastructure. You're not gonna be able to take a cup race to a dirt track. It's just not possible. Even Eldora.
Not to mention the fucking hack that ran into fucking Taylor Gray in the goddamn truck race.
God, dude.
Love that shit.
He was so fast, dude. He was so fast. Taylor Gray.
Fucking asshole. Who the fuck was that cocksucker that ran into him?
It was a lap down truck that Keith McGee, maybe. Whoever it was.
Yeah, probably. A back marker.
Yeah. He was fine for a few laps after that, and then it just shit dropped.
Got back up to 7th, but it won't the same.
I also have to admit something. I had a substantial wager on Ty Majeski, and Mr. Dumbass Dingus crew chief / pit crew strike again. And he goes to the back and then gets collected. So you want to call it insanity. You want to call it an addiction. You want to call it a whatever you want to call it. But I have a Ty Majeski problem. and he's number 1 in the power rankings this week at COTA. So that's also a major issue for me whenever I see Ty Gibbs up there, which he was last week at Bristol, which 2 years ago
Ty
we were in
Majeski.
person cashing 7-1. Yeah, Ty Majeski. Am I wrong about that?
You said Ty Gibbs.
Fuck, dude. Fuck Ty Gibbs. Ty Majeski. Golly.
Tyrone.
I know.
There's only one Tyrone.
This is correct. This is correct. Majeski 1, Chastain 2. We're going to get to that in a little bit. We're also going to talk about the power rankings because it is a power rankings. It's not model. Models swallow. Power rankings spit out winners. Nobody forget that. Okay. We're going to talk about that because there's something that hasn't happened in a couple years, and it happened this week. So we're going to talk about that at COTA. Anything else on Bristol, trucks, Cup? Why the hell wasn't the greatest series in the history of the universe? Okay, Dale Tanhart, the greatest series in the world, not racing Bristol. Very unfortunate, but we get 2 Talladega races now, but not 2 Bristol races. Okay, all right, NASCAR. Take it easy.
They don't even run them at fucking North Wilkesboro. What the fuck is that shit?
That is single-handedly the worst decision that you could possibly make. Is not running.
Dale Jr. come back, run the Xfinity car at fucking North Wilkesboro. Can you imagine?
That's a travesty.
There's no truck at Martinsville, right?
Yeah,
just the second one. This year.
Oh, it's in the spring. Yeah, it's 2 again.
Oh, okay. I used to love the trucks in Michigan. Used to put on a hell of a show. I don't know why they stopped going there.
Yep.
NASCAR just likes to, as Roy likes to say, NASCAR just likes to take the fun out of everything. Might as well just call them the no fun.
NASCAR is gonna NASCAR.
There you go,
dude. I'm on that fan council bullshit thing. They have to hate. I'm surprised I haven't been removed yet.
Are you all negative?
How do you get on that?
What are the questions? What are the questions?
I don't. Let me see. Hold on. Stand by.
I want to get on that.
I don't even know how I got on it.
I've sure as hell not been on it. I'll tell you that.
Just tell them to listen to Layin Coin.
We got all the great ideas.
I love that fucking parody account. Steve Phelps sucks nuts. That's the greatest fucking account.
So they ask you, how did you watch the race? Watched on TV? Absolutely not, because the coverage is terrible. Let's see what the next question is. Did you enjoy the most recent race? I loved it. I liked it. It was just okay. I didn't like it. That's all they ask you. And then they give you like a 0 to 10. I always just put in there, TV coverage is terrible and you need to get a new.
Okay, NASCAR, I know you're not listening, but I got a question for you. Why do you not ask legitimate questions like, hey, would you like to see the Cup cars on dirt? Would you like to see the Xfinity cars at North Wilkesboro? What track do you think that should be off the schedule? What track do you think should be on the schedule? We don't have to get into the engineering side, but like rank your top 5 races from the 2023 season. Like, just
maybe they do that in the off season. They just sent me this like a couple weeks ago. I don't even know how I got it.
Well, they should. If they don't, they should. If anyone's listening that is on this fan council thing that we're talking about, report back. And yeah, NASCAR just. I know every idea is a sinking submarine with a screen window, but like, I don't know. Maybe you can spark an idea with the execs from the fans. It's a crazy idea.
I think we should run a race in reverse.
Okay,
Kyle
Tony
Busch
Stewart
would dominate. Kyle Busch would fucking dominate.
He would. He's got plenty of practice.
Another thing I was put in there, I put, you need to control your commercials, not your TV partner. Like every other
pays
major
the bills.
Yeah, but every other major sport, has a guy, and they have a set of rules of when you go to commercial and when you don't. I know for the NHL, there's a whole position on the off-ice crew whose job is specifically that.
It's tough with racing, though. Like you.
But how about they have to race so many miles because you can't say lap because 20 laps at Bristol is not the same as 20 laps as COTA.
Sure.
So you almost have to say, like, you have to have so many miles before you can go to commercial. Show so many miles before you can go to commercial.
Well, hopefully
Like,
this.
It's just terrible.
I
don't even watch, so it doesn't matter.
You're just a
Steve
lap
Post,
time
baby.
odds guy.
And Steve Post, 4 tires and Sunoco racing fuel.
Yeah, damn right. Whoever
I
posted
wonder
that
if he
meme
could-
with Larry Mack, it's great.
Yeah, but see, that's Steve Post, man. 4 tires and Sunoco racing fuel. And I wonder if he gets paid like at the Xfinity guy, faster than Xfinity. Because if you listen to the MRN broadcast, he'll every pit stop, it's and Sunoco racing fuel. Kyle Busch, Sunoco racing fuel. Kyle Larson, Sunoco racing fuel.
I see that's a tale of two stories because I love that. Like, first of all, I love
I
the
love
Postman.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
the
it.
Postman. But I am starting to get to the point with as fast as Xfinity 10G. I'm starting to like have some animosity towards it. Like, I'm an Xfinity customer. All right.
Sorry about that.
Well, knock on wood, it hasn't been that terrible. But it's when I got,
it's not.
I gotta watch what I say here. When I got Kyle Sieg telling me when he qualified 24th that he's fast as Xfinity 10G, I'm like, all right, let's take it easy. Why don't we do like we do the Coke drivers? Why don't we get some guys that are, at least got a chance to be up there in the front to talk about it?
How does he say that with a straight face?
I know, dude. It's just getting to a point where it's ridiculous.
You can't skip them because it's every time they say that, they get so many points, and then at the end of the year, Xfinity gives the guy with the most money. Can't blame
What
him.
about blowjob?
I don't know about that.
Xfinity does like to spend money in NASCAR, so you got to love them. I mean, title sponsor, they do the Dash for Cash races. They pay out a bunch of money. I mean, you got to love them. They sponsor Reddick. I can't say too many bad things about them, except for Xfinity is fast as 10G. I feel like I'm fast as Xfinity. See, isn't it getting annoying? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, boys. Let's talk Circuit of the Americas, a.k.a. a Formula One track, a.k.a. NASCAR puts on a better show than anything that Formula One puts out. However, before we get to COTA, Formula One bets pay cash too. And I learned that from my boy Rob Huffman, Mr. Owner Skybox, because he used to say NASCAR bets pay cash too. But now he's come around. So Formula One bets pay cash too. Now, I get this magnificent text from old Roars about 6 hours ago, and he says, play this free practice one, Red Bull Racing, fastest time. Fastest time? Fastest lap? Fastest what?
Fastest speed.
Fastest
Top
speed.
Top speed.
Which I assume that's like going down the straightaway. It's the fastest kilometer per hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a certain set of book, it's not available anymore, so I can just talk about it. But there's a certain book out there where some interns getting fired, and they had the Racing Bulls and Red Bull Racing potentially flopped, and Red Bull Racing potentially was at 10-1, and I may or may not have potentially put a substantial amount of money on it, and we're gonna win that too. Okay, so sorry, DraftKings in advance. Rory, would you like to expand on that? Because that's about all I know. All I know, when I see Red Bull at a substantial number, I'm gonna bet it, whether it's a mistake or not.
Well, I get this text from Kyle Auto Lotto. He's like, "Did T-Man let you know about F1 play or some shit?" So I'm over there looking in the Discord, and I'm like, "Well, I done already seen these." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And as soon as he fucking told me, I was like, "Oh shit!" I pulled my phone up. I'm like, "All right, it's still there." Boom. Then I started texting and fucking DMing every motherfucker that I didn't put it out in the Discord because I wanted us to be able to get on that, like people that I knew first, and then if it's still standing by the time it gets killed, then you can put it out in the Discord. And sure enough, it got killed. All right. I don't know who ended up final killing it. Probably fucking pterodactyl.
Probably. The guy's the king of this. I'm surprised he's not banned on every book out there.
Yeah, so then he starts asking me all these fucking questions, and I'm like, you need to DM T-Man. I was like, I am the wrong person to be asking where to get fucking stats and this and that. I basically bet numbers in F1. I watch it, kind of have a feeling of who's fast at what track, and listen to a little bit of what T-Man's saying during the week. I got Kyle. I talk to him daily. And I just bet numbers. I like plus money, long shot shit, whatever. Build up a few parlays with people. I mean, but that one was like a no-brainer. It was just like, fucking put this in. And I had somebody ask me, like, one person that they text me back, and it's like, well, when is this? I'm like, it doesn't matter when the fuck this is. I was like, this ain't gonna be here by the time practice is at midnight on fucking Thursday night. I mean, sorry.
Is that actually the time that it goes green?
Yeah.
Can't wait to wake up a winter Friday morning, boys. It's gonna be a good Friday, drinking beer in the DC.
Drive fast, Max. Drive fast. You and Sergio go out there. You and Sergio go out there and give each other a tow. Let's get this thing.
Get this show on the road. All I got to say about what you just said is, in T-Man we trust. That guy, whew, he's been on a heater, that's for sure.
And the sad part is he can't even bet it.
God, that's pain. You know what? I think I'm gonna give him a little bit of mine. Yeah, we're gonna make that work.
I don't know if he was the one that noticed it, or if Jinx was, because I know Jinx was on it too, and they talked to each other and whatnot. So one of them two fucking noticed it.
That guy, Mr. Eugene, he's on it, dude. The kid's all over the place, ready to rock. All right, let's hop into COTA. Zach, I want to ask you this question first. So, when you provide me my data sheets for the week, I've gotten to the point where I don't even choose my own comp tracks. I trust you to do it. Now, you are not necessarily the type of guy that likes to, fool around.
I have one more Bristol story. Sorry. This is fucked up. Sorry. Had to fucking interrupt you.
Fucked up.
It just hit me.
Dude, we were like a minute in, dude.
It hit me. You're going to like this one, though,
right,
because you know what I would have done. All right, so text the old lady fucking Sunday. She's at daughter's softball practice. I had forgot to ask her before she left the house who's going to win the race. So I shoot her over the fucking lineup. And guess who the fuck she says that she texts me? She comes home. She's like, we win money? I was like, no. I was like, what the fuck were we supposed to be winning on? She was like, I fucking told you, Denny Hamlin.
It didn't go through.
I was like, no, you fucking didn't. I was like, look, pull it up. I'm like, I got shit. She was like, yeah, I did. I know I did. I was like, you didn't hit fucking send, or it didn't go through, or whatever the fuck happened. But yeah, anyway, I was like, just fucking lovely. Because I would have hit that. Anytime she says Denny, it's like, all right. She's usually right when fucking Denny, she picks Denny. So, yeah, that's a kick in the nuts. I have no dick left. I've been kicked in the dick so many fucking times this year. That was the icing on the cake. No dick.
I got no dick left. Oh, that's classic. Well, yeah. Whitney has been on, and now that you say that, so Denny just went back to back at Bristol. Is that right? Wow. Interesting. Okay, Dennis. He's your 2024 Cup champion, so.
Fuck.
He thinks he is already.
Yeah, well, speaking of dick, he just takes his out of his pants and just plops it right on the table.
He ain't even going to make the fucking Final Four.
Wait a second. Hold on. Just because you hang out with Michael Jordan doesn't mean you are Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Also fair, but ever since.
And you have zero. How many championships does Michael Jordan have?
A lot. 6.
6. Plus 1 in college. How many does Denny have?
0.
In any series. Any fucking series.
I'm just saying he's very confident and like you would assume he's crowned himself the champion the way he's talking about himself.
I hope Ross Chastain fucking wrecks him at Martinsville.
He does take his dick out and slap it on the table. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. However,
he can't even make it to the table
Phoenix
with
or
that little motherfucker
at the last race of the season.
Denny Hamlin is a Hall of Famer.
Don't talk to me about Hall of Fames because it's bullshit anyways.
Damn.
There's plenty of people.
I mean, 60 wins, yeah. I mean,
yeah, he should be in the Hall of Fame, but
Hall of Fame.
There's plenty of people in the Hall of Fame.
But I still want to see that cocksucker go Olus winning championships.
Well, it's happening this year. Sorry.
That way, all they can say about him is he's the best championship winless fucking person ever, and Mark Martin can lose that fucking title.
Well, he's going to win one, so Mark Martin's going to take the cake still. So
he's had a way better career than Mark Martin.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's just not as long, obviously.
Mark Martin was also an alcoholic till he was like 35 or some shit.
Did not know that.
He got it. You didn't?
No.
Yeah.
All I know about Mark Martin is that he owned a house in St. Augustine and he listens to Gucci Mane.
That's why they had to switch to Folgers instead of Stroh's Light.
Never heard
funny. That. Is it Folgers?
I made that part up, but he really was a fucking alcoholic up until whenever that switch.
Is it Folgers or Folgers?
Folgers.
Listen,
best
buddy.
part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
If you guys are a country music fan, go listen to Ian Munsick. He has a song called Cow Shit in the Morning, and it is a classic song. Basically talking about his girlfriend and him broke up, and he's tired of her. She said she hates smelling cow shit in the morning, and he's like, well, you also hated my Folgers tin can, and you know, I'm happy I'm not putting up with your bullshit. Anyway, it's a great song. Just go listen to it. I'm doing a terrible job explaining. All right, Zach.
You suck.
I do suck. You know who else sucks? You, for interrupting. Back to what I was saying. I was basically asking about comp tracks, and you're not one to fuck around with stuff. So riddle me why you included Chicago Street in the data sets.
Just because when I weigh them, I can weigh that very, very small.
Okay. Is that what happened in the power rankings this week, I assume?
2%, 2.5%.
And SVG is still in the 6th spot with a metric that's not that far off second.
It's very tight. Those, our second, the metric number is 3.75, and then all the way to 8th is 6.85. So it's tight. If you notice, I left that number one guy out, but right after that number one guy. And to me, you got to start looking at who you can trust when we get in that group based on how the season's gone.
A good point. I assume there's a little bit of an emphasis on COTA. The top 5 guys have run very well at COTA the last 2 years.
Lots of COTA, Sonoma, probably be the second one I use the most. And then the Roval and Indy road course about the same. Watkins Glen was terrible last year. You couldn't pass at all. So I'm not really using much of that. And the same with Chicago.
Okay. All right. Well,
the only person that could pass was Kyle Larson at Watkins Glen.
He was coming, that's for sure. What did he get, a penalty? Was it a penalty?
Yeah. Fucking speeding. Motherfucker.
Nimrod.
Cost me some goddamn money that day.
Did we hit him live? I feel like we hit him live or something. Did we hit him live?
We did hit him live.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm sure you guys could guess who number one on the power rankings is, but I'm going to talk about him later when we talk about bets, and you'll know who it is. All right. Where shall we go next? Why don't we just talk about what we think we're going to expect? Zach, why don't we talk about some points racing versus non-points racing? We have this conversation just about every road course because now that NASCAR decided to put these dumbass stage cautions back into place that the gamblers hate, and really, even as a racing fan, I kind of don't wish it. But we're gonna have to deal with the guys that are points racing versus non-points racing. So, Zach, do you feel that it's too early in the season to tell, or do you feel like you have a God? I sound like a dying duck. Or do you feel like you've got some sort of edge here in a thought process?
It's pretty early to tell. I've been going back and looking through the 22 road course races where they had, the state cautions. If you pit, you don't pit before, if you stay out and get stage 1 points, you're giving up the race. Like, bottom line, unless it gets super crazy, you're not getting back. And even the McDowell said that, the driver said that. So I would just look for guys who may have won already this season. They may be points racing. People that are not good road course racers might be points racing. Just have a good day, feel some stage points, and have, finish 15th. I'm pretty sure like Bubba Wallace, that's been their plan at road courses last season, was just keep it on the track, steal stage points, have a 15th through 20th finish position. And you got to look out for guys like that also, and you maybe capitalize on those for like a stage 1 win. Like Logano might, he's not the best road course racer, so maybe he stays out. It's just an extra thing you have to think about before making your bet.
So the guys that have won this year, Larson, Hamlin, Bell, Byron, Suarez, do you have any opinion on what they're going to do? What would you do, Mr. Mathematician?
I would just get points and go for the stage points, just because like you're in. I wouldn't worry, like, especially like Suarez, Byron. Like, okay, Suarez. Let's start with Suarez. Okay, he has 2 teammates in the race. I don't care what you tell me. His teammates SVG,
yep,
and Ross.
Yep.
I know it's a call K-Lug, whatever crap entry, but it's a track house car. So, do you think he might let his teammate go for the win, and he just goes for some stage wins? So Trackhouse dominates the day. Suarez sweeps stage 1 and 2, and Ross Chastain wins the race. Like, seems like a pretty good day for them, right?
Sure.
Byron, to me, it always seems like once Byron wins, they start pesting weird shit. Like, he'll either be really good a week or really terrible. Mm-hmm. Seems like they go into test mode as soon as they get their win. Bell, I could see him just saying maybe, hey, Reddick has it. We're just going to try to get our points today. And it all comes down to how you're running at the end of that first stage.
That's true. Right? Yeah, it's circumstantial for sure.
I think the only one out of that group is like if Larson's got a fast fucking car, I can see Cliff Daniels and him being like, "We're going to win this fucking race."
Which, if stage 1 comes, see, this is where Suarez fucked up a couple years ago. He had one of the best cars, and he just collected stage points. So, yeah, if there's these guys, stage 1's going to tell us a lot. And if you, in my mind, if you're a smart crew chief, you say, well, shit, we have a hot rod today. Let's flip the stage. Let's go for the win, right? But, I guess it's all personal preference, where you are in the point standings, yada, yada, and something we have to talk about because it's so hard to get back to the front. And Zach, I'm curious, you said you in the example you used was stage 1. If you stay out for stage 1, you're toast. Well, why not stage 2? Just there's a longer stage 3?
What do you mean stay it?
Like your example was, if you go points race in stage 1 and you win the stage, you're toast for the race win. Is that the same concept for stage 2, or do you have a different opinion on stage 2 if you stay out?
No, it's the same. If you don't pick, you're done.
Yeah. Stage 2 is worse than stage 1. Stage 1, you actually, like Reddick, seriously, as fast as he was at the Roval, I think Reddick could have stayed out stage 1, not have stayed out for stage 2 and Reddick could have won that fucking race. I mean, he drove back up to what, 5th?
Like, we all won AJ at the Roval, but he was not the fastest car. And I remember we discussed it, and I said, yeah, he's not the fastest car, but he's the fastest car of the guys that aren't going to go for points.
Left.
And it's just, as the season gets on, it'll get more obvious who's going to go for point. And this is our first road course race, but it seems that they never stop thinking about it. You get that playoff point. You win the stage, you get that one playoff point, 10 regular season point. Like, you could see someone that's very low in the points just stay out. Like, you never know. It's part of gambling. It's just part of it. We can make our educated guess, my educated guess.
I guess you can take it as like somebody like Michael McDowell, like he was talking about. He was like, this is like one of his best chances to win. Like
there's
road
obvious
course. It's like we're fucked, at the end of the race if we get spun with 3 laps to go and we ain't gained no stage points. But this is one of our chances to lock ourselves into the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, I would imagine AJ, SVG, Chase Elliott, Cindric,
Kobayashi.
No, I was on him last year. He didn't.
We're not doing that
really
again.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I laughed at one group I seen. He's like plus 320, even though he's at the bottom of the group.
Who's he with?
Get the fuck out of here.
They have some ridiculous people priced underneath Kobayashi, which is so fucking stupid.
It's because just people are just hitting numbers anymore.
What did he open at? I don't even think it was that big.
No, he opened like 100.
Okay.
All right, so they have him with Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and then him at plus 350. Cindric's plus 175, Logano's plus 275, which Logano, has been a pretty decent at road courses, but the way his season's going, who the fuck knows what's going to happen over there.
Logano winning stage 1.
Yeah, because he's so buried. No, I'm just my mouth is open because I have an idea, folks. All right, I'm trying to find. Okay, here it is: Blaney, Briscoe, Logano, and Kobayashi. So let's start talking bets here. And the reason that I want to talk this bet, where did you find that 270, Rory? I'm looking at 250 on Caesars.
350. He's 350 in Group E.
No. Mr. Logano.
Oh, 275 in Group E on 365.
Okay, so I have some notes down here, and I have placed the wager on FanDuel. I've posted it, Mr. Offshore, and I've posted it on Caesar Sportsbook. I've placed it on Caesar Sportsbook, and that is Joseph Logano, top 10 at 2-1. Now, just hear me out. At COTA, he's been ass. He did have an NLD speed of 5th in 22, if I remember correctly. Yes, 21st and 23. His average running position was actually a little better than that. And all the other road courses, Joey Logano actually hasn't been terrible last year's. These are finishes. 3rd at Sonoma, 8th at Chicago Street, 10th at Watkins Glen, 5th at the Roval, and he wrecked at Indy. So you're telling me 4 out of 6 road course races he finished in the top 10. And Zach said it earlier. Logano is not a world beater on road courses. Never has been, never will be. But if you take out the Indy road course average running position, his average running position on the other 5 road courses is 11.45. So he's running well. He is finishing well on road courses, just not at COTA. That's the issue. And that's why him and Blaney, in my opinion, are priced the way they are. Now, Zach has a Blaney at the first NLD speed, numero uno, back at COTA in 22, which I like. If you look elsewhere, he's not that good, but in NLD we trust. My question is, do I need to add this 275, and should this be my favorite bet? Because all he's got to do is beat Blaney and Briscoe. I'm not even slightly worried about Kobayashi. But all he's got to beat is
Cindric
Blaney
is
and
a nice
Briscoe
Briscoe.
ran
And-
good here 2 years ago. And I think Stuart Haas
okay.
might
So
be a little bit better.
Caesars has Briscoe. Bet365 has Cindric. So
I
pick
think
your
the one with
poison.
I would not want Cindric in it because Cindric
It's been
is
fairly
a road
decent
course
here.
racer. Yeah, he'll be the best.
He's
I think I
not
have him
good.
as a high
He-
Ford.
He's not good at other road courses, Cindric, but has been pretty good at COTA. And that's even with a spin from the lead. I'm just trying to, if I hadn't placed the top 10 bets and I'm telling someone what they should go bet, I think that you should go to Caesar Sportsbook and bet Joey Logano plus 250 to beat Briscoe and Blaney. Now, my group bet track record, as I tweeted out last week, is the definition of dog shit. Lit on fire bag of dog shit like Harrison Burton. However, we're 1-0 in the last week. We took Truex in the group. All he had to do was beat Elliott. He did by like 5 spots. So we might as well try our luck again. So I'm going to go place this bet again. You should too.
I wish
Caesar
I would have
Sportsbook.
seen you do that. I missed that. That was the one that I missed in my fucking parlay. I
Tough
parlayed
scene.
3 groups, hit 2, and fucking missed that one because Bubba Wallace fucking sucks.
Yeah, I had a couple small tickets on Bubba. That didn't work out very well. Let's see what Hard Rock's got.
Never
Okay,
betting
they've
him
got-
ever the fuck
they've got-
again except on a mile and a half.
They've got the 365 group with Cindric as the favorite at plus 175. All right, go to Caesars and bet it. Go to Caesars and bet it. Well, that's my play to make everyone's ears bleed this week is Joey Logano, which I have definitely never, ever, ever, ever in my life bet Joey Logano pre-practice qualifying at a road course. But this is the week. The bet has been placed. So, Roars, thoughts on it? What plays you got? What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
Red Dog.
God, I love this guy. I fucking ask him for a bet, and all he does is give me a bet. I mean, that's just, I just must be one dumb motherfucker if I ask somebody, hey, what do you think about this week? Give me a bet. And then all he does is give me a bet. Fuck me in the asshole, why don't you?
Red Dog. And there has never been anybody like this in the power rankings except for Kyle motherfucking Larson. So that's the only excuse that I need. I consider Red Dog the best on road courses. I mean, been fast at the Roval, using that as a little bit of a comp track. Fast as fuck last year here. We said 4-1 or higher, we're firing. We seen 5-1, we fired. And here we are. Keep on firing if you want to. 365, you can take team bet and get it back up to 500. And you also get Bubba Wallace and who else in it?
What?
Is it one other?
I
You
have
get
no idea what
Kobayashi.
Oh,
about the
well,
team
who gives
bet.
a fuck about him?
2311.
That's why I can't believe they even raise it up a half
Yeah.
for you with either one of them. But take that one because now you can get him back up to 500. So rolling with a little bit of that. We're going to roll with a little bit of Giblets, little Tyrone Giblets minus 120 over Truex. This ain't fucking Sonoma. So that's all I have to say about that one. I think Gibbs is going to be good this weekend. Truex, and I don't really know what to expect from him. Could show up, could run good, but I expect Ty to keep on rolling. Motherfucker's been fast at every damn racetrack this year. So we'll roll with a little Tyrone there, and we're going to go with a little Suarez top 10 plus 100. I don't know. Even if they're stage racing, I think this place draws more cautions, it seems like, than most other road courses. So as fast as Suarez was last year here, I mean, towards the end of that race, I'm going to kind of argue a little bit. Suarez's car was really coming to life and was running Red Dog down. Red Dog's tires looked like they were wearing out a little bit more than Suarez's. So I have confidence if the car don't break, I think he can get back in the top 10. And then a little KFB top 5 plus 275. KFB's been good at all road courses last year. I mean, what happened at Sonoma? Something broke. Blow the motor,
Indy
transmission,
Road.
Indy Road. That's right. The valve fucking broke because they were putting cheap valves in it, saving the good ones for the chase. So there you go. The reason why I know that is because I had fucking money on him.
So did I, dude.
There.
He was so fast too.
Yeah. So I mean, KFB, you're looking at a car that was really good the year before KFB even got there last year with Reddick in it. They got the road course set up down. We say this all the time about Childress. They seem to run good at the same tracks as they have ran at in 22, 23, and then here we are in 24 again, and it seems about the same way. So I think last week we jumped the gun on him thinking before we knew the tire situation – we thought he was fast. No, he just pushed the fuck out of the car until he got up front, wore the fucking tires out, and then blew 2 tires. So that probably taught us to stay the fuck away from tracks again this year, just like last year, unless something changes with Childress. And a lot of times Dylan follows suit with him at a lot of the same tracks. So gonna roll a little KFB at plus 275. 2 more laps of gas last year. He finishes in the top 5.
I can't argue with any of those except maybe Suarez. I'm just lukewarm about. I don't really have an opinion
The
on it.
Suarez one kind of, after I did it and then listening, kind of
but
scares me a little bit.
fast.
But plus 100's not going to be fucking available after qualifying because Suarez is going to put the bitch on the pole.
That would be mighty nice because, we failed to mention qualifying bets.
I'm leaving that to the qualifying guy.
Yeah. Well, let me talk about Reddick real quick, and then we'll do Zach qualifying and Zach race bet. So I could not agree more on Reddick. I'm getting some bento boxes, or one bento box for dinner on Monday night. We're waiting on odds to drop. Zach's sending us pictures of the model, the power ranking, and the metric score is sub 1. And I say, Zach, has this ever happened before? Because I definitely have never seen it. And he said, yes, a couple years ago, Larson on a 1.5 miles. We all know how good Kyle Larson was a 1.5 miles a couple years ago. Okay, this is the same treatment that Tyler Reddick's getting this week, and it's not close. I don't know that I've ever seen this big of a difference between first and second in my entire life. If you take out Sonoma from last year, his speed rankings, his NLD speed rankings go first, second, 9th, 4th, first. I mean, and then you talk about pitting off strategy last year and still driving to the lead and holding off on older tires than Suarez and a couple other guys that had to pit. It's unbelievable how good this guy has been and how shitty.
The line he runs here.
I know nothing about it. The fact that Toyota early last year on road courses was such dog shit and Tyler Reddick was the best is wild to me. Obviously, the rest of JGR and Toyota kind of figured it out starting at Sonoma, and they've had some better runs since. But Tyler Reddick is like the Chase Elliott from 20 and 21. Like, that is what Tyler Reddick is now. Chase Elliott's not terrible. He still had good runs, good finishes. He's, third in NLD speed over the last.
It's Mickey Mouse.
NASCAR's fixed, yeah, sure. But Reddick is unbelievable. So go take that 2311 line, 5-1 on 365 or whatever the hell book it is. I'd even take 450. Zach, I'm like, Zach, you gonna hit it yet? You're not gonna hit it? He's like, if it's 4-1 or over, I'm hitting it. I'm like, buddy, all I needed to know. So we all got down on it. Zach, talk to me about qualifying. Talk to me about your bets this week.
And I bet Reddick also to win. And just based on that metric number, that then translates to, like, I'm trying to work on a fair market value based on that number. In this case, that would give Tyler Reddick 2-1 odds to win.
Wow. I was going to say 250. That's what I was going.
So, and it's a big drop off down, but like that next group, there's like 6 guys right there after Reddick. So, qualifying, I mean, the odds are terrible this week.
They are fucking comical.
There are 19 guys under 20 20-1 to win the pool, and the top guy is 2-1. So that's just ridiculous to me. If you're gonna have 2-1 at the top, you got to give us something else somewhere else. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, Reddick is also at the top of my qualifying model. Power rankings. He
Come on, dude.
he made every final group last year. He had 5 top 3 starts at road courses last year. So that's 5 out of 7 in my data set here. I mean, yeah, he's 2-1, but it's just too much for me. The guy second, I think he's also a damn good qualifier. He did have one not make the final group one time last year, and that was at Watkins Glen. It's a high-speed road course, a lot different than this type, so I'm not really worried about that. Also, if we just look at COTA, Tyler Reddick has an average starting position of 3rd here in the next gen. Daniel Suarez has an average starting position of 3.5. So he's right there with him, and he's 10-1, and Reddick's 2-1.
Suarez won the pole 2 years ago, right? Yeah, 22.
No, he's second.
No, second? Okay.
Blaney got the pole that year.
Okay.
So talk to me. Obviously, I just heard how good Daniel Suarez has been here and over other road courses. Talk to me about Alex Bowman, because a little birdie got in my ear that in all 6 road courses last year, Danny Suarez out-qualified Mr. Bowman 6 times. That's 6-0. That's 1,000% in the batting or the baseball world, and that's undefeated. And when I see undefeated stats, I bet undefeated stats. So that's available on Caesar Sportsbook. I hit it with a good amount of pocket change, more than pocket change, good amount of money. Talk to me about Alex Bowman and how you feel about that matchup.
If you look at just COTA, they're really close. Really, really close.
This is probably the best road course that Bowman qualifies
hands
at.
down. Well, races at too.
Yeah, so Suarez here, and again, I just do next gen only. 2nd and 5th, Bowman 5th and 6th. So Bowman, you're gonna have a sweat. They'll probably both be in the final group. The final.
Are they in the same group?
We can look that up.
Yeah, look that up for me, because
when they're going out, because
they're gonna make me feel really good or really bad.
Suarez is probably going out a lot earlier than Bowman based off of last week.
I have a head-to-head, but it was only up for 20 minutes. So it's on the screen scrolling. I don't even know if it's worth mentioning because you can't get it. It's gone.
It's Bubba Wallace over Harrison.
It actually went back. It went back out at -150 and then fucking disappeared again.
No more.
All right, here we go, Bob. Who are we looking for? Suarez.
People in our Discord must not care about juice. Like we tell them, juice only matters if you lose.
They're both in the same group.
Okay.
Suarez is going out 31st overall, Bowman 36th, so they should have. But it doesn't.
All right.
It's group qualifying, so it really doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Not out there one at a time. They send them in like groups of. I don't know if they send the whole group or if they just do groups of 5.
It doesn't matter because they're in the same group, but wouldn't it matter if they were in different groups?
Yeah, in different groups you can get fucked.
Yeah,
you can get fucked
if you don't make if you don't make the final, you get so fucked.
You think you could have a guy go faster, start lower, farther down the order, and lose your bet.
Lose, just so brutal. God, when you pointed that out a couple weeks ago, I'm like, this I do not feel comfortable about this. This is not good. But good thing we know the groups they're going out in. We know, Zach's the king of qualifying bets, so I trust the guy. If he puts a bet out, I'm taking it.
All last week. We shit the bed last week. But that was
1 week. Come on.
Well, the horrible track. It just one practice had the sticky stuff, one didn't. It wasn't good.
That's fair. Good point. All right. One more guy I want to ask you guys about is SVG. Rory, do you have an opinion on him this week, or are you just like not a clue? We'll see what comes practice qualifying.
I guess it's one of those things where I think he can be good, but I'd rather wait and see what kind of shitbox he gets. I don't trust Kylie
It ain't
Grayson at all.
Kali Quaalude. It ain't them.
I know. I
It's
know
them, but
it's
it's
a
not.
yeah. I don't know, just something about that organization, even if they got a track house prepared car, this and that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how much do you think is, unless he goes out there and pulls it, how much do you think that number really changes? Especially if Red Dog fucking pulls it. Red
Well,
Dog pulls his bitch. Let's say
he,
Suarez, Red Dog, right up there.
SVG's
Say he
fifth.
qualifies fifth or sixth. Is his number really gonna fucking change? I'd feel more
Probably
confident
not.
taking him at fifth, sixth place starting position. Number never changes, and then now you know he's going for the win.
Sure, that's fair. I don't hate that argument. I haven't bet him yet. I probably won't bet him. That's a great argument. That's probably the argument to listen to bet SVG this week. Zach, do you have an opinion other than that?
I know it's a track house car, and I know that he would be going for the win. So like, you kind of just got to make like a chart, and it's like, all right, we got a plus because we know he's definitely not stage racing, and that you just got to kind of work it out and figure it out. I would put like that. 12-1's a little low for me on someone that's only in their third race. Hey, I know he won Chicago, but didn't
Are they
really have.
calling for rain this weekend?
He didn't have to really race against the best cars that day because they messed up. They had the pit, and then they said, "Oh, we're only doing this many more laps." So he was in a different group of the.
He would have never won that race if he doesn't get through.
Yeah, and then they had that
wreckage.
crash. It was. I mean, I'm not saying the guy's not talented or anything like that. He'll
Oh
be.
no.
He's going to be a contender. He'll top 5, top 10, probably all race. I mean, he can wheel it. I just don't know about a win.
All right, that's fair. I'm waiting, but I do not be surprised if I have some ridiculous wagers on SVG this weekend.
I will not hesitate to bet on him like I did at fucking COTA. I'll put it to you like that. I should have had a top 5 play
Chicago
going into Chicago. I should have had him top 5 for that race.
Okay. All right, I'm following. I like it. All right, boys. I know that I have an Xfinity bet that I would like to talk about, and that is Mr. John Hunter Nemechuk in the 20 car, top 5 plus 550. Now, I think there's a 6-1 out there. I don't have access to it. I took it at 550. Now, just hear me out. He does not have a damn. He has not finished a damn race at COTA the last 2 Xfinity races. His average finished like 27th. And he's not the best on road courses historically in the Xfinity Series and Cup Series for that matter. But he did finish second. Yeah, he won a race in trucks and then got in a fight with somebody.
I had him that day.
It was like 10 years ago, dude.
I know that.
It was like 10 years
I
ago.
know. I was raising hell. I was fucking excited as hell. 20-1. Pay the man his money.
Wow. That was a hell of a finish. Road America? No.
No, Canadian Motorsports.
That's
part.
right. So, yeah, 1 in trucks, an unsponsored truck. 2nd at Chicago Street in a downpour last year. 6th at Watkins Glen. And he also he was leading the race at the end of stage 1. I don't think it was stage 2. I know he led the race through stage 1, but at Portland and him and Creed got in a little scuffle, and John Hunter then went a lap down and then got back. Anyway, finished like 10th. But this is ridiculous. 550 for a top 5 in a JGR car. He knows the Xfinity car like the back of his hand. He's gonna be up there. This number is not going to be available. It is not even. Don't even think you're going to get anywhere close to 5-1 after practicing qualifying on John Hunter. So you might, is he going to be an 8th place car? Maybe. I mean, there's Larson and Dinger.
Where's the
and
650?
Gibbs. I think it's 6-1. I don't know. I'd have to look. I'll report back, but it is like I also took Gator at 2.5-1 for a top 5, but I love John Hunter top 5 in the Xfinity race, 5.5-1. You are
like Gator better
ridiculous.
than Mayer?
See, here you go with the mayor talk. Yeah, I like Gator. I think I like Gator better.
Dude, I just think the field for the Xfinity race is stacked.
It is.
It's wild. I don't want to bet anything on there until I see some lap times. Because you have
bet all this shit, and then Austin Hill's gonna slide in.
God damn it, dude! No,
you got Larson, Dinger, SVG,
Gibbs, Tyrone,
and Mayer, who hate each other. They're gonna take each other out.
Oh God!
So that's 5 right there. We haven't even talked about Algar, Creed, Custer. I mean, it's gonna be a good race. Should be a good show.
Herbst had a good run at Road America last year.
Kligerman won in a truck.
Yeah, I mean, Kligerman's a good road racer.
It should be a damn good race. Stacked field. I love it. Usually I don't like when the guys come down, but I think, like, they'll be able. I don't think Larson's going to come down and whoop everyone.
No.
I think.
I'm basically just going to enjoy the shit show and trucks and fucking Xfinity this weekend. Yeah. I promise you.
I don't have any.
Shit show engaged.
I don't have any truck bets. I haven't even looked. Although the Connor Zillage,
I got one.
Joe Schroeder, shout out to you, buddy. 400-1. Connor Zillage, 25 buckaroonies to win 10,000 in that Spire truck. Holy shit, that's insane. What's your bet, Roars?
Tyrone over SVG.
Odds?
-120 on 365. Give me some Tyrone.
Tyrone
is really fucking good at road courses in the Xfinity car.
How many of these guys are, man?
What did he win this 2 years ago here? I think. I want to say. I don't know.
Kyle Busch won it.
Kyle Busch won. I'm basically going with Tyrone, Bucking Gibbs equipment versus SVG. And is this a Trackhouse prepared car too? Or whatever the fuck? I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't trust.
No, you don't think
that
so?
Fucking organization. They ain't chasing goddamn jack shit.
No, what's the 97? Is that not Trackhouse?
No, they get all their Xfinity shit from RCR. Like they're
RCR.
They're basically in the same shop. Same with Kligerman's team is basically the same deal.
So
okay,
I don't know. It's more of an equipment bet with a guy that is good on road courses.
You know what you're going to get.
Races on.
Just to give you some stats.
Let's
help you out. Last season on road courses, Ty Gibbs finishes third, fourth, third, first, and then 17th at Walking Glen. He probably had an issue.
He got wrecked.
Wow.
I want to say.
He did get wrecked. Remember, he said, I'll let Sam Mayer have this one and I'll take my 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
he's going to wreck. He's going to wreck Mayer early.
That's right.
If he can catch him. And SVG don't take shit. AJ don't take shit. Larson don't. It's going to be a good race.
Wow. This is going to be a
I just want a
race.
matchup. That's all.
And then you got Creed. Like, he's a good road course racer.
Great car at Portland last year. Yeah. Wow. This should be. You guys are right. This might be fun.
Got anybody next door listening to your bets tonight?
No, I got the fucking engine 69 driving by, blaring the sirens. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of 69, guess what I got coming? Titleist Pro V1s with 69 on them. Whitney got me those for my birthday.
Oh my god. Well, I hope you don't lose them, and I hope you hit a hole in one using them. So
I'm only gonna putt with them.
Yeah, that will never happen. Never happen. All right, before we get to Grid Rival Roars, go ahead and stand up and show the boys what we got. Yeah, baby, the bomber jacket.
Isn't that sexy?
Yeah, Layin Coin Podcast. It's basically, if you saw Presley Sora, we're going ARCA racing with him this year. And we got on the fire suit, by the way. This weekend won't be, but I think the next race is going to be on FS1. So Layin Coin is going national media, if anyone wanted to know. And Presley got these like zip-up bomber-type jackets, like, thin fleece, whatever you want to call it. and it looks like the top half of his fire suit. So if you saw it on Twitter today, he's selling them. So go get you some. He's got some other sponsors on there, but old Layin Coin right there in the centerpiece, baby. Fired up about it. I can't believe I didn't bring it up here. It's fucking 41 degrees, and I didn't bring a jacket.
Makes me look even sexier than I already am.
In your Folgers hat. All right, boys. Anything else to add at COTA that I have been forgetful of, or we're going to Grid Rival and we're bouncing out of here?
Turn 1.
Stupid practice this week again.
Wait, hold on. Timeout. Those are 2 good points. Turn 1, hopefully, is going to be helped by this restart zone, except the top, 10 are going to be single file. And then after that, I think it's going to be a shit show. Zach, go ahead.
So for the practices, they're split into groups, and they have 40 minutes each, but not 40 consecutive minutes, because why the fuck would they let us get a nice little 10-lap run in?
What?
So it's 20 minutes Group A, 20 Group B, 20 Group A, 20 Group B, which is dumb as fuck.
Somebody make it make sense. Rory has left us to go use the gender-neutral bathroom break, but somebody, as he would say, NASCAR is going to NASCAR. Tell me, in what world does that make sense? What are we going to run, 4 laps? I mean,
well,
give me a break.
If you go, I think I looked today, if you went all out, like as soon as they said track screen, okay, you go all out and you don't pit, you may get 8 laps.
Oh, wow. That's a lot more than I thought. But still, not a ton. But that's if we could have got 16.
It's a 2-minute, 12-lap, 2-minute, 12-second lap times around that range. So if you go 20 minutes, I figured a little longer because you're going to get up speed. So if you get 8 laps, you probably worked as hard as you could that practice to get as many laps as you could, which is.
I mean, did you see the stage links for the truck race? It's 10, 15, 15. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and then it's caution fest and the truck's so fucking big that when there is a caution, it's 22 minutes of caution. Jeez. Because it takes 15 minutes for 1 lap around the track. I mean, I like this track. It's just not good for watching a race because when the caution comes out, you're not going to see racing again for 20 minutes.
I can literally cook a whole hibachi meal during the cautions. I mean, but what are you going to do about it? I mean, you going to cut the course? I have no clue. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't go to a track this big.
All right, boys. Let's get to Grid Rival. Numero uno, Dennis Hamlin and Marty Truex Jr. Roars. Who you got?
Truex. Fuck Denny Hamlin.
Fuck Denny Hamlin. Heard that. Love him, though. I'll go next. They are 11th and 12th in the power rankings, but the metric score is about 2.25. Nod to Martin Truex. So I guess I'll also take Marty Monday. Zach?
Truex.
Okay, 3-0. Truex. Here we go. On to the next.
Fuck Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, you love Denny Hamlin. God.
Love him.
Side note, did you guys see the tweets? Some guy posted a picture of the dudes flicking off Denny. There was literally 3 of them in one picture. And he tweeted at Dave Moody and Pistone and whoever else. And it's this is the example that my 8-year-old son saw. I can't believe they would do this. And Pete Pistone,
God.
Listen, hold on.
I can't believe anybody would flip anybody off in a race.
Pete Pistone is this is what's wrong with this generator, whatever the hell he said. And I'm literally
I gotta call
my
in
dad
there one day.
My dad and I always talk about this. He's remember when you saw your first pair of titties at a NASCAR race? I'm hell yeah, dude. He's they weren't pretty, but they were titties. All right. So I'm dude, this is where the father-son bonding comes in, man. Everybody hates Denny Hamlin. Actually, if I was the dad, I'd be they're just showing their support for number 11, right? I mean, come on. Don't be a bitch about it.
People get way
my kids know how to use the finger, so they'd probably be throwing it with me.
What a role model you are, buddy. All right, next one.
Take your NFL game.
They're fighting and shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
I've seen some of the grossest shit ever in an NFL game.
Especially Pittsburgh
race.
Especially Pittsburgh. Ooh.
Trough. All right.
Damn right. Still there?
Oh, by the way, these
dude,
are sweet.
Yeah, those
Bass.
are. I haven't bought any recently.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all probably got like Marlins or some shit on there, don't you?
Sure. Whatever. I'll report back when I land back in Florida on Sunday night.
Oh man, you're stuck there again. What? You're not gonna watch a race?
Well, no, I'm actually flying to Kansas City Friday night to go to a wedding, and then my flights.
Funeral.
See, this is how fucked up of a NASCAR fan I. Did you say funeral? That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. This is how fucked up of a NASCAR fan I am. I booked a 7:30 a.m. flight from Kansas City to Jacksonville so that I could get back to watch the race after a night
The
after
day
a
after.
wedding with my college buddies. That is an issue,
Fuck, making that flight.
buddy. I'm making it. I don't have an option. Okay, we don't have options around here.
Hey.
Anyway, no, I'll be home for the race Sunday. Thank God. Will
Nice.
not be watching trucks and Xfinity because of said wedding, but that's okay. At least it's not in football season. And nobody gives a
Sneak
fuck
outside
about
and
NASCAR.
watch the Xfinity race because it's gonna be awesome.
Well, we might be watching on the phone, you know.
Xfinity's
Sitting
gonna
in the
be
seats.
fireworks.
Well,
It's not a caution fest, and they can race.
hopefully neither
Yeah.
of them are, but yeah. All right, next matchup: Red Dog Reddick versus Mickey Mouse. NASCAR's fixed. Zach,
Red Dog.
Red
Dog
Dog,
Diamond Club.
Red Dog, Red Dog, Red Dog.
Kenny
all right.
Wallace, Red Dog.
This might be a good one, actually. Danny Mi Amigo Suarez versus his teammate Ross Chastain. Zach?
Ross, just because I know he's going for the win. Like
Rory?
they're literally right next to each other.
Yeah.
Ross a win, a top 5 here. About tit for tat equal. I'm going with Ross just because of the stage racing.
I'll go with Ross just mainly because while Suarez has been good, Ross has been much better at COTA. Like really, really, really good. I'll take Ross too. Kyle Busch and Michael McDowell, Rory.
KFB.
Do we think McDowell's going to be this little one-hit wonder or two-hit wonder from last year? What do y'all think? Kyle's been really good. Kyle has been really good.
Yeah, I'd love if his odds are a little higher based on how low other people are. Like, I think Kyle's going to be right there. He's in that my group of drivers from like 2nd to 8th that are real tight and probably have a chance if Reddick isn't as good as he was last year. Or
I was going to say, Kyle's that motherfucker that could steal this bitch.
Yeah.
Green, white, checkered.
Well,
Get him out front.
He had a chance last year.
Something.
He did.
Red Dog.
Yeah.
Reddick's so freaking good here, man.
Unbelievably good, really.
Yeah.
He is.
All right, well, yeah, I'm on Kyle Busch over McDowell, too. And how about a little Tyrone Giblets versus Kyle Young Money Larson? Thoughts?
Tyrone.
I'm going to take
This is
Tyrone,
more of
too.
a fade the public.
Larson's been a little stinker, dude, on road courses. Been a little stinky. Not been great.
Has shit happen.
I mean, he's
I
been
feel like
good.
Hendrick always sucks on the first road course for some reason.
Except for Alex Bowman.
Or William Byron.
Kind of just floats in there, Bowman. I still remember that when Ross wrecked AJ and pinballed him out into Bowman. That was fucking hilarious.
I went
had
fucking
AJ,
psychotic.
dude.
I had Ross 40-1.
I think I got
I went
him
fucking
33.
psycho.
I think I had 2 of
Yeah.
them. I think I had both of them. I wanted AJ because I had more on it, but yeah. And then
I was like, yeah, punt that motherfucker. Punt him. He just bumped you.
And then
Punt his ass.
a month later, we hit Ross again, 25 at Talladega.
Ooh.
Woo.
Yeah, that was a good year. 22 was a
Yes,
good gambling year. That's for sure.
Fucking A right.
That's right. All right, boys. I think this shindig's about to get wrapped up. I don't know about y'all, but I thought that was a pretty good pod. I thought we gave out some winners. And
good conversation. How much fun would NBC have with me?
Oh, so last week, so I worked at Players. We're a vendor. My day job is we're vendors of the Players, and it's just a crazy week. And Saturday, went out there and got to tour the mobile production studio, like the NBC trailers, basically, where they have this new thing on the PGA Tour app. It's called Every Shot Live, and they literally record every single shot. You could go back and watch every single shot. And eventually they're going to have this thing. I don't know if this is public knowledge. Well, it's about to be. They have this thing where you can choose whatever golfer on whatever hole. You can watch the same camera angle from the same hole and the same fairway. You can literally, you're going to be able to customize it like however you want. So there's dudes just, and like the ESPN broadcast, the ESPN Plus, and then the NBC broadcast, there's dudes just clicking buttons, right? Just finding cameras and golfers, and there's the maps with golfers' names on it and shit. It's the coolest shit ever. And so I was like, how much time do they have from when that shot gets hit to when I see it in my living room on the TV? And the guy's like 12 seconds. They have 12 seconds to make a decision if they're going to bleep something out, if they're going to mute it, if they're going to cut away from something because Rory's pulling his pants down or he's dropping F-bombs or whatever. I'm like, and then
Double bird.
I tell
offensive ass shit. Like,
so I was telling Rory the story, and he's like, "Man, they'd have a field day with my ass."
You're like Happy fucking Gilmore.
But yeah, that shit was really cool. That shit was cool. So yeah, the players, man, the NASCAR race.
Fucking windy.
I meant to
Wyndham
Clark.
Windy
So
Lippy.
painful, dude.
Windy
so
Lippy.
painful. Windy Lippy.
I walk away with $1,000 less.
Oh.
But at least I fucking hedged Scotty.
Yeah, I did not.
After Scotty after he holed out, I was like, "Fuck this."
On
I'm
4.
on Scotty.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
we should have hit him live then. That was a no-brainer.
I did.
I meant to mention this earlier, but how about fucking NASCAR having more viewers than the players? Who would have saw that shit coming? I didn't.
Live.
No,
They ain't
dude.
got no
Stop.
superstars.
Stop.
I'm serious.
I refuse to believe that narrative. Stop.
How about
it
that?
has
Name? Give me the. I don't watch golf unless it's like the Masters or U.S. Open. Okay. Maybe even the British Open. Tell me the top 5 and let me know if I'll let you know if I know them.
Scotty Scheffler.
I know that one. Who else?
Wyndham Clark.
Where
are you talking about?
Top 5 golfers in the world right now.
No, who was the top 5 at the
the players? Xander Schauffele.
Okay, I know him.
Brian Harmon.
He's a British Open champion too, but nobody
Kim.
gives a fuck.
Siwoo Kim.
Decky was right
Former
there.
players champ.
I know Daki. Matsuri.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
He shot 62 a few weeks ago and won. It was wild. All right, boys.
I mean,
really,
when you lose guys like John Rahm, fucking Brooks Koepka,
fuck them.
Bryson's bitch ass DeChambeau.
Fuck them.
Hey,
fuck them.
I'm just saying.
Go take
their ratings have been down for months now because of this, and it's because the big guns aren't there.
Wrong.
And it's still good golf. That's the thing.
And you still watch it.
I fucking bet on it. I watch it.
I'll just never.
I bet on anything. I bet on anything with wheels and a sticking ball.
All right, good point. Me too. I can't not be on the tour side because their headquarters is in my hometown of 30,000 people. So, I mean, get this live nonsense out of this bullshit. All right, put some pants on, tuck in your shirt, and don't play music at the green. All right, this is golf. This isn't a fucking Dubai strip club. All right.
What do you think the ratings would have been if Rory McIlroy would have been in contention of the players on fucking Sunday?
It probably would have helped, but I feel like Scotty moves the needle.
He does, but
probably not as much as Rory. You're good point.
I mean, just your average fan gets to looking at the leaderboard. If they're gonna, let's say they look at it and it's like, I ain't watching this shit.
I thought
they missed an epic comeback. They missed a fucking epic comeback.
That's what I thought was going to drive ratings, dude. They're like, Scotty's coming up the leaderboard. He's 3 holes in front of the leaders, 4 holes in front of the leaders. But
NASCAR took it from NASCAR.
Damn fucking right. All right, boys.
Well, also, it's probably good how the race started. Just how, the race started pretty crazy, so that would keep people there. You know what I mean? If you planned on
Sure.
watching the race and then maybe switching over the way the
They're
race
like, oh
played out.
boy, NASCAR's going NASCAR and got a shit show for us today. Let's go over there.
That's a good point. I think they peaked at like 4.5 million, which is it's a big number, boys. That's a big old number.
It's pretty damn good.
That's a good number for the boys. All right, folks. It's been a pleasure. It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. And I am fired up for this weekend. And tomorrow night,
Shut
I'm
the
gonna
fuck up.
Fucked you say to me?
Figured since you weren't gonna say it, I'll say it.
So that's how it feels. Okay, all right, that's fine. Hey, give it all to me, baby. Yeah, why don't you shut your fucking whore mouth? We might need to edit that part out. All right. Appreciate you guys. Good luck. Let's have some fun this weekend. I will be drank, let me tell you. So be on the lookout for the tweeters. Deuces. Beer don't.